Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving deep into the AI world today. Things are moving so fast, it's crazy. We've got a bunch of sources to unpack, Panorama de la IA, some chatter from Reddit and Discord, and some big industry news.
Oh yeah, definitely an exciting time to be in this field, but it's tough to sort through it all.
Right. Like what's actually important.
Exactly. So that's what we're here for, to help you focus on what really matters.
Perfect. Well, let's jump right in then. GPT 4.5, it's been all over the news, but is it really all that?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? The reactions to GPT 4.5 have been mixed, especially compared to Claude 3.7 Sonnet.
Interesting. What are people saying specifically?
Some are impressed with, well, the humor
Hmm.
and just how human it feels.
Okay, yeah.
But there are definitely concerns about the speed and the cost. It's quite expensive.
How expensive are we talking?
$75 input and 150 output per million tokens,
Whoa. Okay, yeah, I can see why people might be hesitant.
especially with all the open source alternatives that are, starting to form really well.
Right, exactly. It makes you wonder if it's really worth the price.
And this brings us to Claude 3.7 Sonnet. It's been getting a lot of love, especially from developers.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
What's got everyone excited is, well, its ability to follow instructions. And it's really good at debugging.
Oh, wow. So it's like having an AI coding buddy.
You could say that. It could really change how we approach AI-assisted coding.
That's huge. But it's not just these big players, right?
Right.
Open source is making some big moves too, like DeepSeek. They keep popping up on my radar.
Yeah, DeepSeek is one to watch. They're really focused on optimizing the infrastructure and the algorithms. And the great thing is they're super open about sharing their work.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that about the open source community.
Right, like their Fireflyer file system, or 3FS they call it. It reached a bandwidth of, get this, 6.6 TIBs.
Whoa, wait, hold on. 6.6 TIBs. That's insane.
Yeah, they used SSDs and RDMA networks.
I can only imagine what that does for research and development, especially for people working with huge data sets.
Exactly. And get this, they're about to release their R2 model.
Ooh, tell me more.
There's a lot of buzz around it. Some think it might even surpass some of the current top models.
That's pretty impressive. It seems like open source is really pushing the boundaries. And you know what else is interesting? That trend of running LLMs locally, like right on your device.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gaining traction.
Tools like Llama.cpp and LM Studio are making it possible, especially for people with powerful devices.
Right. Imagine having that kind of power right in your pocket. You wouldn't have to rely on the cloud.
Yeah, that's pretty appealing from a data privacy standpoint.
Absolutely. And then there's the cost savings,
Yeah.
and it just makes AI more accessible.
It's like having your own personalized AI assistant available whenever you need it.
You got it. But let's move beyond the models themselves. What about all the cool applications that are popping up?
Oh, yeah, that's the real exciting part. What are some of the standouts for you?
Well, Panorama Della IA highlighted Perplexity Deep Research.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. What is it again?
It's for enterprise data,
Yeah.
and it integrates with, platforms like Google Drive, OneDrive, SharePoint, so you can do deep research right within your workflow with enterprise-grade security.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Makes research so much easier.
Right. And then there's Lamy Index. It's making waves in agentic AI.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing about that. What's so special about it?
It's like an AI agent that, well, helps you manage tasks, automate things. It's like a super efficient assistant.
Wow, that sounds amazing for productivity.
Definitely.
Oh,
But of course, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, right?
oh, what's that?
The impact of AI on jobs, like tools like Claude Code. What will that mean for programmers?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Will they just make programmers more efficient? Or will they lead to job losses?
It's definitely a conversation we need to have.
For sure. But let's shift gears a bit, talk about the hardware side of things.
Oh, yeah, the hardware's just as important, right? None of this would be possible without it.
You're absolutely right. And there are some really exciting innovations happening, like DeepSeek's dual pipe.
Okay, what's that?
It's an algorithm they released on GitHub. It's designed to optimize computation and communication during training.
Oh, interesting. They're really committed to open source, aren't they?
They are. And then there's NVIDIA, always pushing the boundaries. Their decision to shift from INT4 tensor cores to FP4 is making waves.
Okay, what does that mean in plain English?
Basically, it means even more powerful and efficient GPUs, which is huge for the entire field. We'll be able to train even larger and more complex models.
Wow, that's exciting. It's like they're paving the way for even bigger breakthroughs in AI.
Exactly. And then there's all the buzz around those online communities, places like Reddit and Discord. They're just exploding with ideas and discussions.
Yeah, they're like the pulse of the AI community.
Absolutely. Like on our local llama, there's a lot of excitement about DeepSeek's 3FS and what it means for local LLMs. And there's this incredible story about a French reasoning model that was trained for just 20 bucks.
Wow, that's amazing. It just shows how accessible AI is becoming. What about Discord? What are you seeing there?
There's so much going on. But some key themes are definitely the shortcomings of GPT 4.5, the search for better alternatives. There's a bit of rivalry between some coding IDEs like Cursor and Windsurf. And of course, everyone's hyped about DeepSeek and their R2 model.
Yeah, it sounds like DeepSeek is really capturing the imagination of the community.
They are. And of course, there's always a lot of discussion about the hardware, especially with things like TinyLM with WebGPU and NVIDIA's move to FP4.
It seems like there's just so much happening in the AI world right now.
There really is. And we're just scratching the surface here.
I know, it's almost overwhelming, but in a good way. But we'll have to dive deeper into those Discord highlights after a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right. So those Discord channels, remember those unfiltered opinions we were talking about?
Oh yeah, straight from the source. Let's hear about the reactions to GPT 4.5. You mentioned some disappointment there, especially compared to Claude 3.7.
Well, take the Aider channel. People go there for, help, insights. And there's definitely a feeling that GPT 4.5 isn't quite living up to the hype, especially given the price tag.
Oh, interesting.
They're saying it's more friendly than a strong reasoner.
So it's the fun AI, but maybe not the brainy one?
Yeah, something like that. Good for casual stuff, creative tasks, but for complex reasoning, tough challenges. Claude 3.7 might be the way to go.
Gotcha. Okay, what about DeepSeek's R2 model? Everyone seems excited about that.
Yeah, pretty much every channel is buzzing about it, but the Aider channel is particularly active. And a lot of that excitement, I think, comes from DeepSeek's commitment to open source.
Yeah, they've built a good reputation, haven't they?
They have. Being transparent, sharing their work, like with 3FS. So when they say they're working on something groundbreaking, people listen.
It makes sense. Proven track record builds trust.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk hardware. NVIDIA moving to FP4, that's a big deal.
Yeah, break it down for me. Why is that so significant?
Well, it's all about performance and efficiency. They're basically creating the foundation for even more powerful GPUs.
Okay, and why is that so important?
It means we can train and run bigger, more complex models. It's a game changer for the whole field.
Wow, so they're really pushing the limits of what's possible with AI.
They are. And it's not just NVIDIA. There's TinyLM, a library that lets you run LLMs right in your browser, or Node.js using web GPU acceleration.
Whoa, hold on. Running LLMs in a browser, how does that even work?
It's pretty amazing. Think about the data privacy implications. Your data stays on your device, and there's no cost for inference.
Oh, wow. That opens up a lot of possibilities.
It does. Okay, ready for some specific channel highlights, starting with the Cursor IDE channel.
Oh, yeah, let's dive in. What's the vibe there?
A lot of excitement, but some frustration, too. People love the concept, but it seems like Cursor's still got some kinks to work out.
Makes sense. It's still early days for AI-powered IDEs, right?
Right. Lots of bug reports, complaints about stability. Some people are even thinking about switching to Windsurf.
Oh, really? What's making them jump ship?
Well, some users are just, frustrated, talking about disabling auto updates to avoid new bugs.
So it's got potential, but maybe needs a little more time in the oven.
I think so. Okay, next up, Unslothed AI. This channel is all about, efficiency, squeezing every ounce of performance out of these models.
Sounds intense.
It is. They're deep in the technical weeds, talking about 5.4 mini fixes, DeepSeek's dual pipe, all sorts of optimization stuff.
Epic crew for the AI racing world.
Yeah, exactly. Always fine-tuning, pushing for speed.
All right.
All right, let's head over to the Codium Windsurf channel. The IDE battle continues.
Oh, this should be good. What's the latest?
It seems like those Claude 3.7 prompt actions might be a bit inflated, and people are starting to question the value of flow credits.
Interesting. So the shine's wearing off a bit.
Maybe a little.
Okay.
But on the other hand, GPT 4.5 is finally in beta for Windsurf.
Oh, wow. So the competition's heating up.
It is. Should be interesting to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's switch gears to the hardware folks, the GPU mode channel.
All right. What are they buzzing about?
Well, they're all over those big developments, DeepSeek's dual pipe, NVIDIA's move to FP4, TinyLM. But there are also more niche discussions like One user's trying to figure out AMD's Zen 5 NPU and their AIE toolchain.
Sounds like a playground for serious hardware enthusiasts.
It is. They love pushing the limits. Okay, let's check out the Open Redder channel. It's a great resource for keeping track of all the different AI providers and models out there.
Oh, that sounds really usable. It's hard to keep up with everything these days. What are they highlighting right now?
Well, they're talking about DeepSeek R1, Quad Sonnet 3.7, even GPT 4.5. It's like a one-stop shop for all your AI options.
Perfect for those feeling a little lost in the AI jungle. Okay, what about the LM Studio channel?
It's all about hands-on learning, building stuff.
Yeah.
Someone's actually working on a DIY robotic arm controlled by an LLM.
Wow, that's so cool.
And there's lots of discussion about using LLMs as backends for websites.
It's great that they're not just talking about AI, they're actually putting it into practice.
Exactly. That's how we push the boundaries. All right, let's move on. The Interconnects channel, this is where the leaks and rumors come out.
Oh, juicy. What's the latest scoop?
Lots of chatter about Microsoft's 5.4 models and a leaked GPT 4.5 system card.
Ooh, a sneak peek behind the curtain. What are people saying?
Well, everyone's speculating about what OpenAI might have up their sleeve.
Sounds like a fun place to hang out if you'd like a little AI intrigue. Okay, where to next?
Let's check out Latent Space. They focus on, well, the impact of AI on different industries, how it's being used in the real world.
That's a really important perspective, especially as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives. What are they discussing?
They're talking about everything from Speak AI's revenue to Hume AI's text-to-speech technology, and, of course, reactions to GPT 4.5.
It sounds like they're really taking the pulse of the AI ecosystem.
They are. All right, let's head over to the Nos Research AI channel. Always a great place for, deep dives into the latest advancements.
I like the sound of that. What's catching their attention?
WAN 2.1. Some are calling it a potential stable diffusion moment for video.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Yeah,
Stable Diffusion was a game changer for images, so if WAN 2.1 can do the same for video.
it would be huge. Now let's jump over to Hugging Face. All things open source and collaborative.
Oh yeah, Hugging Face is a fantastic resource. What's the latest there?
Seems like Deep Infra is shaking things up by undercutting foul AI on pricing.
Oh wow, that's good news for users.
It is. And there's talk about a fix for Microsoft's 5.4 Mini. Shows the power of community-driven development.
Absolutely. It's amazing what people can achieve when they work together. Okay, what about the Perplexity AI channel?
They're focused on search and knowledge discovery, talking about new features like voice mode and maybe even integrating GPT 4.5.
So they're really pushing the limits of what's possible with search. Okay, let's keep going.
Let's visit stability.ai again. Always a lively place, especially for those into AI-generated art. They're running a website redesign contest using Stable Diffusion 3.5.
That's awesome. A fun way to showcase the creative side of AI.
It is. Okay, over to the Eleuther channel, the world of open source LLMs.
Open source is really driving innovation in AI, isn't it?
It is. They're talking about DeepSeek's dual pipe and how to optimize and scale these powerful models.
It's amazing to see the passion and dedication in the open source community.
It is. All right, let's check out Yannick Kilcher. He's always got some interesting insights.
Yeah, Yannick's a sharp mind. What's he been saying lately?
He's been pretty critical of GPT 4.5, actually. Says it's more focused on user preference than real progress.
I can see his point. It's important to think about the long-term goals of AI development.
Exactly. Okay, next up, Cohere. They're all about language models and their various applications.
Right. I've heard good things about Cohere. What are they working on now?
Seems like they're talking about integrating their models into the OpenAI SDK.
Yeah.
Could make their tools much more accessible.
Oh, that would be fantastic. More people using Cohere's technology.
Right. Okay, Llama Index channel. There's been a bit of a setback. A data leak in Llama Parse.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, it highlights the importance of, strong security in AI development.
Definitely. As AI becomes more powerful, security is more important than ever.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, let's switch gears for a bit. Over to the DSPy channel, all about prompt engineering.
Oh, yeah. Prompt engineering is becoming such a crucial skill. What are they talking about?
They're really into this new tool, the Prompt Engineering Studio from Portkey AI. Helps you craft better prompts, unlock the full potential of LLMs.
That sounds really helpful. It's like having a personal tutor for talking to AI.
Exactly. All right, moving on. TorchTune channel. Optimization and fine-tuning techniques.
Sounds like a place for the hardcore AI enthusiasts. What are they up to?
They're buzzing about GPT 4.5 on Azure and DeepSeek's dual pipe.
Always striving for that extra bit of performance, huh?
They are. Okay, Notebook LM channel, lots of user feedback and feature requests there.
I love it when developers are open to community input. What are people asking for?
Well, there's some fun stuff like emoji customization and also some more practical suggestions for, sharing notebooks, collaborating.
So they're focused on making the platform even more user-friendly.
Definitely. Okay, next up, Modular, Mojoho. They're all about, well, the future of programming languages.
That sounds intriguing.
They're talking about changes to their repo structure and the overall direction of Mojo, a language specifically for AI.
So they're really rethinking how we build AI systems from the ground up.
They are. Okay,
Yeah.
NCP Glama channel. This is for people who are, serious about building AI systems for real-world applications.
I see, putting AI into practice.
Exactly. It seems like MCP is gaining traction, actually being used in production environments.
That's a sign of maturity, right? Moving beyond the experimental stage.
It is. All right, Nomic.ai, GPT-4all channel, all about open source LLMs and making AI more accessible.
I love their mission. What are they excited about right now?
Seems like there's a lot of anticipation for Google Gemini Live mode. Expected to be a pretty significant development.
Woo, another one to watch out for. Okay, where to next?
TinyGrad George Harp's channel. They're always up to something interesting.
Oh yeah, George Hotz is a bit of a legend. What's he got cooking?
Well, right now it seems like they're hitting some snags with Group E AST and large tensors, and some of their optimizations are causing issues with their CI.
Sounds like they're not afraid to experiment and push the boundaries, even if it means running into some problems along the way.
Exactly. All right, last stop, MLOps at ChipPro. All about streamlining AI deployment, making it easier to get these models out into the real world.
MLOps is so important. The bridge between research and application.
You got it. They're talking about Tinalum with WebGPU and the OpenAI SDK.
It's amazing to see how all these different pieces of the AI puzzle are coming together.
It really is.
Well, I'd say we've had a pretty thorough tour of the AI community.
We've covered a lot of ground.
So much excitement, so much innovation, so much to think about.
It can be a little overwhelming, can't it?
It can. But before we get completely lost in the AI jungle, let's take a step back and reflect on what we've learned. What are the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
Okay, so we've talked about the big trends, but let's zoom in on those Discord channels. It's like getting the inside scoop, right?
It is. You really get a feel for what's on people's minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's start with the OpenAI channel. What's the hot topic there?
Well, GPT 4.5 is still a big focus, but not always for the right reasons.
Oh, what do you mean?
A lot of the conversation is about its limitations, what it can't do, especially compared to some of the other models. So maybe it's not the AI superhero everyone was hoping for.
Maybe not. But there's also a lot of buzz about this mysterious anonymous model that's supposedly on par with Claude 3.7. No one knows where it came from.
Ooh, a little AI mystery. I love it.
Right. And then there's the model spec release, outlining safety and alignment.
Yeah.
That's sparking some debate.
Oh, yeah, the ethical side of AI, super important.
Absolutely. Okay, switching gears. The TinyGrad George Hotz channel is always a fun one. They're always pushing the envelope.
Yeah, George Hotz, he's not afraid to experiment.
Not at all. And right now, they're really wrestling with some tough stuff like Group E, AST, and large tensors. Plus, some of their optimizations are breaking their CI.
Sounds like they're in the trenches, but that's where the breakthroughs happen, right?
Exactly. All right, for something completely different, let's check out the Stability.ai channel.
Ah, Stability.ai, the artists of the AI world. What are they up to?
Well, they're having a website redesign contest using Stable Diffusion 3.5, really showcasing the creative potential there.
Oh, I love that. It's like AI isn't just about code, it's about art, too.
Exactly. A great way to inspire people.
Okay.
So we've seen channels focused on specific tools and models. But there are also those that look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, like what?
Well, the Latent Space channel, for example. They're always discussing the impact of AI on different industries, the broader implications.
That's crucial. AI is touching every part of our life now.
It is. They recently had a great discussion about Karpathy's LLM video. Really got people thinking about the future of AI-powered content.
It's mind-blowing to think about what's possible, isn't it? But it's also a little daunting.
It is. So as we wrap up, I think the key takeaway is this. The AI world is evolving so fast, and it's exciting, but it's also a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it, what kind of future we build with it.
That's a great point. AI has incredible potential, but it comes with responsibility.
It does. And the more we understand about it, the better choices we can make.
Absolutely. So to our listeners, stay curious, stay informed, stay engaged. This is just the beginning.
It is. Who knows what the future holds? But it's going to be amazing.
I can't wait to see what happens next. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the AI landscape.
It's been a pleasure. Until next time.